Oh. Good morning, dude. Good morning, guys. It's about 8:30 a.m. on the very, very west coast of British Columbia in this tiny, tiny hamlet of Bamfield, B.C. It is chilly. It was 12 degrees up there, 55 Fahrenheit. It was 10 down here, but we're trying to get the propane furnace to fire up, and it's had trouble starting lately. I just did another reset. It took about, I think, 4 tries last night to get it going. And when it goes, it's beautiful in here. I'm going to warm up first and get cleaned up before we take on Bamfield. And just like that, we're back. Hey, dude. Yeah. It's got cold out, so I put my good jacket on. Hi, buddy. Are you ready? Yeah? We had Ruth over for a quick spot of coffee this morning. We've cleaned up this place. I got a couple more things to put away. But basically, we're ready to take you on a small tour of Bamfield. I'd like to lie to you and say I made my bed, but no, I just pulled the curtains over to make it look decent. I'm going to shut my furnace off that finally started for me. We'll shut this baby off. It's nice and warm in here, hovering around 22 degrees. Just need to get the covers off and start the car up. Are you ready for a road trip? I'm just ready to go anywhere, Dad. Just trying to get some of this moisture off my windows. There's Ruth up there, waiting patiently for us. We use these to keep in contact with one another while we're driving down these isolated logging roads so we don't get lost. So this up here is the main intersection in town. It's the first one you hit when you're pulling in. And this is the Bamfield Market. We're going to pull in here and steal a parking spot. See if we can get some Wi-Fi. Oh, looks like somebody's getting their trees cut. So I went inside, grabbed myself a coffee, had a chit chat with the lad that's working in there. The restaurant is closed, along with everything else in town. There's a public house restaurant now across the street that's closed. There's a pub across the street from it, and it's closed till Friday. Yeah, everything is closed till the weekend. What a cute little town. We're going to head up to a place called the Observatory. I believe it's an observatory. It's a marine biology place. So we'll do some history when we get up there. Let's go. Well, that's good. They have a healthcare center. And it looks like they're going to have a school up here. But yeah, this is basically Bamfield. You're not going to see much more than this. That is their school right there. That's a community school. I guess that's grade what? Kindergarten through 12? The Bamfield Marine Science Center. Go through UBC, SFU, Calgary's, whatever theirs is called, Saint? No, that's not Saint, but I believe they have Alberta is in here too, so we'll find it when we get there. All dirt road. What I was noticing here when I talked to some of the locals was it's like a deep fishing rooted place, not so much commercial, but how do you put it? Charters and people who love to fish. One of the guys I met actually moved here. He says, I bought property down here a long time ago and it came time to retire, so we sold our house in Port Alberni and moved here. It's beautiful. You're an hour and a half away from the closest civilization. No dogs, dude. You have to stay in the house. Yeah, that's what the sign says. Sorry, buddy. It says business and authorized vehicles only, so let's go this way. We'll steal a parking spot up here and we'll go for a walk. Not only is this a marine biology study place for a multitude of universities and stuff, it's also a Coast Guard plant that's been here forever. I'm believing these units will be Coast Guard because they're a lot bigger, and they have some smaller ones that are definitely dorms. And I believe this is their cafeteria. I don't know what this is. It's an office of some, but that is the cafeteria. It's not open. Nothing's open here. But look at this view they have. OMG. Oh, almost tripped. And out there is all the broken islands and Barkley Sound. We'll get better pictures of it. Look at that building. We'll wander over there in a sec. Crazy. I think we went on here first. So as you can see, we have SFU, UBC, University of Calgary, and one other one. Oh, no. What? Oh, University of Victoria is here too. And those guys are studying marine biology. You know, fish and jellyfish and, you know, all the stuff. Weird stuff, what we do to it probably, and how we harm it, but be a fun game. Oh, look, there's Jurassic Park. They must have dinosaurs along with marine biology here. That's the next thing we were going to tell you about, was the actual spot here was in like the 1900s, 1901 I believe. They started a cable that runs from here to Fanny Island. I don't know where that is. Google it. Actually, I'll tell you in a bit. How about I write it right here? And it took them, I think, I don't know, it ran till the 60s, I believe. 1959, 1960 they used it, and it was for telecommunications overseas. A little bit of history there. Bamfield is located on the other side of the inlet. We just got our information from there. This is the cable view station. And if you look across the harbor there, down there's a little Coast Guard boat. These are all the homes. I don't see, oh, there is a car over there. Huh. But everybody lives on the other side. Mind you, there's some subdivisions where we just came from, but is that not beautiful? What do you think, Ruth?
Pretty special.
Pretty special. Can you imagine living there?
Well, kind of do. The urge to wander.
Yeah, I guess, eh?
Yeah.
That's something us, what do they call us? Vagabonds.
Yeah.
As much as this place is totally amazing, and I just said heaven on earth, we probably wouldn't live here for very long. We get tired of not being able to move.
Yep.
But I imagine it is a pretty cool place to hang out. Wow. You can feel the energy. Bamfield's population is around 110 people. And they live in that gorgeous spot over there, which is amazing. We're going to check out this funky building up here. It doesn't look like it's open, but we're going to go anyways, and we're going to knock on the doors, and we're going to make a ruckus because that's what Ruth wants to do.
Funny guy.
Yeah. That was a cafeteria or something, eh? Nice. Look at this. Not a soul to be seen. I wish we were at our coffee here. Oh, you brought yours? Crazy. Let's camp here. Bamfield is also named after a fur trader kind of guy, agent of the government. His name was Bamfield, but they figure they did a typo error on his post office or something. So we're going to leave this beautiful surroundings here. I need to go get gasoline since we had a little side step along the way down here that I want to make sure I have enough fuel to get home. So we'll have one last look at here and we'll head her out. We are definitely blessed with the weather here. And what is it? January? Middle of January? Something like that. Okay, going back to see the dude. How would you like to stay in one of these little shacks, eh? They're not rentals, they're probably teachers or combined, what do they call that? Housing for people to stay at. Okay, that's West Coast living at its finest. There's TB. The Goldberg Express. And there he be, the dude. Hi, little buddy. Forgot to turn my mic. On. Anyways, we're headed to get gasoline. I need to top up. Too many adventures. Down this little side street is what's known as Ostrom's Gas Bar. I can hardly wait to see it. Remember, we were in a town of 100 people. Wonder what the gas price is. Okay, it's in here somewhere. Look at this, eh? Well, we fueled up with gas. We're getting the heck out of here. Great young lad in there. And we're leaving the thriving metropolis of Bamfield. We got things to do. I'd love to have shown you more, but everything was closed. I'd love to have sat down and had a nice meal overlooking the ocean in a pub somewhere here, but they're all closed. Well, that's not much of a town, so I'm gonna head back. Something came up in Ruth's life, so we're gonna meander back to civilization. Okay, let's hit the road. If I could turn back time, if I could find a way. Oh my god, I hope they don't get me for copyright infringements. I always thought that there was a road down here on the other side of this bridge. But we're not checking it out this year. But right here behind the second yellow little thing there's a little road. See right there? It's one thing that I do when I'm down these back roads is if there's a bridge, there's usually a road to get down to it because they have to build the bridge depending how big the river is. And I found some really cool campsites under the bridges. No, there's not any trolls there, but when you're out in the middle of nowhere, yeah, it's a pretty cool spot to be. By the way, this white stuff on the sides of the road, that's not snow, that's frost. It drops down pretty chilly here overnight, but it's like 9 degrees here today. So that's where we went for the sunset. That is the north end of the West Coast Trail. Okay, we're gonna go back driving. Remember, drive safely, guys. You don't want to be like this guy. Can you imagine the tow truck wheel coming way out here? Yikes! Finally, we get to see some wildlife. That's ever elusive, a Roosevelt elk. Ruth is driving like a champ. We're about 15 minutes out of Port Alberni. What a gorgeous day for a drive. Well, I'm thinking of you down in Mexico, feeling free as the air. Here I am, stuck in the city, still going nowhere. I know. Don't give up your day job, Brent. I will tell you though, I don't have a radio in here or a cassette player or USB, or I don't have any music in here. I just like peace and quiet when I drive, and I take in all the beauties that unfold in front of me. And randomly, songs pop into my head. So. I'm hungry. I think these things scare her. Oh, look at that, she did it. We're doing it. The logging truck driver put the signal on to let her know that it's okay to pass. We are so close, I could taste it. To Port Alberni, that is. Now, what do I want to taste? Hamburger, pizza, something? Booty. Well, we made it. We're entering the city limits of Port Alberni. Yeehaw. Gotta find somewhere to eat. Well, that looks like my kind of place. I heard they have really good pizza here, but we'll see what the menu says. Well, as you can see, we made it inside and we had dinner. Ruth had the pizza, I had the double smash burger, and they both were amazing. Tune into the next episode of this quadrilogy and see where we take you next. Peace, love, and granola. If you're liking what you see, please come over and join the Dude and I on YouTube and check out more of my videos where you can subscribe, like, and comment.
Brent the VanLife man.